Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the DJ Dani Show. Today is Tuesday, November 17th, 2015. On HamiltonRadio.net, stream HR2, I'm your host, DJ Dani. We have a good show for you tonight. I have the lady in red, Laura Madsen.
Hello, Dani. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? We have your lovely daughter, Amanda, here as well.
Amanda's here tonight. She's our junior
Hi,
co-host.
everyone.
Yeah, junior, right? And we actually have Precious Pia also here in the studio tonight.
Hi, ladies.
She is our musical guest this evening.
And you know what? We're gonna have a good show. That's how it always is. You know what I mean? Like every time Laura brings me people, it's always just we go out with what? A big bang.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Every whatever week it is.
It's gonna happen,
month,
ladies.
Something like that, right? So, what is your inspirations that got you into music?
Well, as a kid, my dad, I remember, brought home this beat-up piano when I was about 4 years old. And he stuck it in the middle of the living room, and he sat me down, and it started from there. So I just kind of picked that up. My parents loved opera. They loved all kinds of different kinds of music. So that stuff went on in my house. Salsa, Italian music, opera, pop, whatever was out there was played in my house. So
Well, actually, I trained for opera when I was 8.
wow.
So I had to learn how to do opera because I was a big fan of his as well. Like, a lot of it.
Yeah,
Now-
it's the root of everything, really.
Well, I always just loved being the high-pitched voice in the family. We're having that loud, you know what I mean? Like the loud echo of whatever it is or whatever you're singing.
Right,
Whether it was a Spanish song either.
right.
Now, did you play piano?
I did. I picked up a lot of piano, mostly in 3 chords, the 3 easiest chords you can possibly play in piano. And I just kind of picked it up by ear. I had a great time with it. And then from that, I just started singing.
Did you have any formal training? Like, did you take music lessons or singing lessons?
I did. I took a few piano lessons, and a 5-year-old taking a piano lesson gets very distracted. And so back then, I think my parents kind of like gave it, threw the towel in too early because they also were giving my sister piano lessons, and it started to get expensive. And they said, well, she's not paying attention, and she is, so let's just give the piano lessons to her. So I continued to just kind of like take it in by ear, and stemmed off with singing. That always happens. I think when you play an instrument, you automatically start to sing to it.
Did you ever want to learn how to play guitar?
I did.
Did you ever?
I did not. I did not learn how to play guitar. I just kind of...
Would you want to learn now? Like, if you could?
If I could, I would learn how to play the guitar for sure, because it's one of my favorite instruments. I would absolutely master the piano because it's just something that's just been left there
Yeah.
for me to finish. So I would
What are
definitely
some of the
love to
songs
do
that
that.
you learned to play on the piano?
Believe it or not, my father threw on these Liberace albums because he's like, oh, and in his Ricky Ricardo accent, because he was from Argentina, you have to learn how to play this. Shh, everybody shut up. And then he would just throw the Liberace album on, and I would try to pick it up, and of course it would be like a horrible mixed salad of what, sorry Liberace, of what he was playing, but
That's a good way to phrase it.
exactly. So that kind of like got me started, and what I heard in my version of it was really great, but
Of course.
my mother started throwing kitchen utensils at me because she couldn't take it anymore.
So you mentioned that your father's Argentinian.
Yes.
And you were surrounded by different types of music, and you said something about Italian music.
Yes.
So is this how you became fluent in both Italian and Spanish?
Yeah, well, in my house, my mother spoke fluent Italian, and my father did too, but he also was fluent in Castilian Spanish, because it's the Spanish from Argentina. And so in my house, we spoke 3 languages. They were getting better at their English as we were getting older, and in the process, we learned 2 wonderful languages. We were able to travel to Italy. We were able to travel to Argentina because my dad was also a travel agent. And back then, You
That had
got
to
to
been
go
fun.
for free.
Right,
Yeah.
that had to been a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
it was a blast.
So you know how to sing in those languages then too?
I do. I sing in those languages, and I also sing in French. I don't speak French fluently, but there's definitely, a correlation in understanding the language once you speak Spanish and Italian. Any
Right.
of the Romance languages, they're all very similar and familiar. And so singing French, the phonetics of it, we're like, oh, I kind of know what that means. That makes sense. And it also became a language that I started to sing in. So
What do you like singing in better, English or Spanish or Italian or French?
I love it all.
Yeah.
If it moves me, even though I don't completely understand it, if it's in French, if it's a beautiful song and a beautiful piece of music, I'll sing it. If I feel it, I'm going to sing it.
Can you understand what you're singing in French?
Usually I look it up to see what it means so that I can have more of a feel for the song. And it comes out more honestly. And
What's one
it's
of the
beautiful.
songs that you had to sing from French? Or that's French.
I sing this song in particular when I do gigs. It's called Je suis malade. And it's translated, it's very sad. It's just about a person who's been very hurt and in despair and is trying to understand why he or she went through this devastation or what have you. And of course, I recently sang the song on Saturday at one of my last gigs in lieu of the events that happened in Paris, in honor of them and in all hopeful reparations in the future for them and everyone. Yeah, very passionate song. So that meant a lot.
What made you want to sing out in public? Did you ever do gigs or just feel the rhythm of the music?
Well, when I was younger, I was always into the performing arts. So I also attended a year at the High School of Performing Arts in, should I say the year? We were the second class in. But LaGuardia, it was just one building. The building that still stands now was the only building for the arts, and then they shuttled a bus out into 125th Street for your music and art. But anyway, so I was always into the performing arts, so I did the singing and the dancing, and the performing was a very kind of natural place for me to be. And,
Yeah, you have musical theater in your background as
yeah,
well.
Yes.
Well, you can see that definitely.
Thank you. Should I get up and do a tap dance?
Sure.
That's
why
one
not?
thing I don't do.
Right after you
Just
do a
kidding.
song. You play a song and you do a tap dance. I used to actually always do tap. I love tap.
Yeah?
I really did. Before one of my teachers told my dad that I wasn't good enough and we pulled me out of the class.
Wow, that's mean.
I know.
That's downright mean.
I really love tap though. I think I got all my frustration and stress out. It was just so calming.
It
She's
is.
not explaining to you why I did it, though.
Go on.
The person that did it,
Yeah.
they were filling in for somebody. And they were making her feel like garbage. Because she just got praise from her teachers how good she was. So it was the opposite of the way they were telling her how she was.
Yeah, I think it's so important whenever you're trying something new, especially as a kid, that you're encouraged because, that takes you to the next level.
Of course.
And there's
Of
it
course.
makes you grow in so many ways.
Absolutely.
Well, I figured if I probably was still doing it now, I probably would have been doing that and the radio show. And I would never be stressed again, literally.
Well, you can still do it. You can never give up on something that you thought was in your
I don't
past.
think I could take dance lessons, though.
Why?
anymore. Well, first of all, money is a big issue. Second, my job. I guarantee they don't care if I'm going to have dance lessons or not, even though one of my coworkers is a dancer. But I don't know.
I think you should do it.
Well, you
What do
never
you think,
know.
Laura?
You only live once. That's my
That's right.
philosophy.
Amanda, what do
so.
you think?
Same thing that my mom said, you only live once.
That's right. And here it is. Here it is.
Yeah. So we're talking about how you sing and have this musical theater background. So I'm wondering if maybe we can get a little flavor for how you sound on air. The song that completely blew me away, like when I met you, and we'll explain to everybody exactly how that happened in a little while, but when I met you, I didn't know that you sang. Right. And I was like, oh, some people say, oh yeah, I sing. No, right. You can really sing. Aww. And I went online, and I check out people that I encounter, and I'm like, all right, how legit are you? Well, I saw, because I saw it was like on video, and I heard your performance of Titanium, and I said, oh my gosh. So I think that's what we're going to play now, your cover of Titanium.
Yeah, great song. Thanks.
This is Laura Madsen, writer and celebrity publicist of TheLadyinRedblog.com. For the latest takes on entertainment, music, food, fashion, and fun, come check me out at TheLadyinRedblog.com.
This is Mary
Mary Scholes, and you're listening to the DJ. Oh, let's do that again. Lolo. I love those. Okay, they're the best. Hi. Hi, this is Mary Scholes, and you're listening to the DJ Dani Show.
We're back to the DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net stream HR2 with your host, DJ Dani, Laura Madsen, Lady in Red, Amanda, the junior co-host, and Precious Pia.
Hey.
And if you're just tuning in right now, we just played a cover that Precious Pia had recorded, Titanium, and during the break we were talking a little bit about how she actually got to that point where she was singing it.
Yeah. So I was doing a lot of ballads in the studio. We were cutting a lot of ballads, and the technician said, "Hey, why don't you throw something more upbeat into your mix?" And I said, "Well, like what?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know, like a dance song. Why don't you do Titanium?" And I said, "Titanium?" Well, I was familiar with the song, but I didn't know it, so it was like off the cuff. So we kind of just, got the lyrics out, and I went into the booth, and boom, we just kind of banged out Titanium, and that's how that organized itself.
Yeah,
so, a lot of fun.
That happens to people in studios sometimes. I think they go in, if they work with the right producer, sometimes they are surprised in a really great way about, what they can do.
Right.
And it takes them beyond their comfort zone a little bit. But, sometimes it's how you get the best recording.
That's right. That's right. A lot of fun.
It really is. And it takes a lot of work and, a lot of stuff out of you as well. Also with what you're doing. Just because of you, like you said, you didn't know the song, but you did it anyways, and you killed it.
Thank you.
I mean, it's the truth, though. You didn't know that you probably didn't think you would do a good job, but you did.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
And my daughter, Manda, sitting here right now, I saw her dancing in her chair during the break, so what do you think? Does that cross over to your generation?
Totally.
Well, there you go.
That's huge.
Yeah, and that's important too. I think as an artist, you keep changing just enough. I mean, not necessarily on the scale of Madonna, but you change just enough so that way you stay current and you have appeal to just more than one audience, more than one segment of the population.
Well, it's really popular because I actually hear some people who I go to school with actually knowing that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's from a movie called Pitch Perfect as well, so it's a big thing right now. Well, and I think it still is, but...
It's a great song. Listen, when a song is that big and that energetic, it just can, it hits all kinds of genres and age groups, and it's all good.
So what year did you officially start singing? We're going to say.
Okay, so officially, I would say, when auditions came out for high school. So,
well, I don't know if she wants to get that specific.
No, that's one of my questions. I thought she was a leader, so I want to know what shows you auditioned for and what you made and stuff, because I'm a big actress. So I need to know, what you are.
Okay, so here's an interesting tidbit, and I'm going to take you right into, some stuff like the ballads on Les Mis. Okay. So I was taking vocal lessons in Manhattan, and actually went to go see Les Mis first when it first come out.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite shows to this day. The music, the performances. I mean, absolute key show that will always be a favorite. And I'm looking through the bulletin, and I'm like, these singers are amazing. I wonder who their vocal coach is. So what do? I look in the book, and I actually find the vocal coach for some of the cast in Les Mis. So, call the vocal coach. Do you have a spot for, a little girl from Staten Island? And she said, yes, but you have to be professional, and you have to be on time. And, I was all in. And so I went and I took quite a few lessons from this woman. And she said, they have an opening for Eponine, because the girl, Eponine, and I was like, no, they don't. Oh, my God. So here I am, practicing the song on my own till I was, blue in the face, and getting it perfect, and getting all the inflections of it and everything. And I go to the audition, and they said, well, what's your ID, like your SAG ID or whatever that is. And I was like, wah. So I couldn't get, so I lost out on that audition because, who was I? Was kind of like sad. But it was a great experience. And so I just kind of like said, well, there'll be other things and other auditions. And there are, you'd be surprised.
And is that what kind of started the fire inside of you, that you wanted to get into acting too?
Always. I mean, I think acting and singing kind of like go together because they're expressive and you're always looking for a way to express yourself. Dance, I love dance. I took dance in college. I was like a triple threat minor because you can't really major in those subjects because they'll just look at you like you're nuts. But I minored in it because I loved it so much. And I majored in foreign languages because,
yeah, you had a little bit of an advantage there.
I had an advantage.
Yeah.
You want to do things quickly and easily in life.
That's
sometimes.
right. That's right.
So, and of course, a lot of community theater came up, so opportunities were there. College theater was fantastic. It was a great experience, very on professional level. And so I had those experiences that were wonderful.
That's
and
amazing.
Still do. I mean, I'll take them on.
In high school, were you in any shows as well?
I was.
Who'd you play? What were you in?
Okay, so
interested.
so freshman year they did a double play. They did a combination of The Wiz and Grease. So they did two musicals together.
I can't even. So it was a mashup.
It was a mashup, but they did them separately.
Oh, okay.
And I think what they did was they took the best scenes of both, and then they kind of like mixed them in together so that you weren't sitting there for like 8 hours watching two different musicals. So I got picked
I like it.
to go into The Wiz, and the audition song was No Bad News. So I got up there and, 5 feet standing tall, because I thought I was really tall at 5 feet, I still am. I think I'm 4'11" now. But the song was No Bad News, and I got up there and I went, nobody bring me no bad news, and it was like this big, huge song. And they gave me a part of the Lord High Underling because I was so tiny. They had and the part was that they had to lift you up and kind of like throw you to two other people and then throw you again.
Oh my gosh.
And my shoe fell off. And it flew. This is Catholic high school, girls. My shoe came off because, here's another interesting story. I forgot my play, the shoes that I needed in my play, in my locker. And I went into the audience and told my sister to give me her shoes. And she was like a size and a half bigger than me. And I had no choice. So I put those shoes on, went on stage, did the show, kicked my leg up while they were throwing me. And my shoe went flying and hit Sister Josepha in the head. And I never forgot it. True story.
Oh my gosh. This
True
is
story.
Awesome.
I can't
right.
imagine her reaction.
Well, I don't really remember. I just kind of
Just carried on. One shoe.
At a time.
with one shoe. But I think the audience was laughing so hard at the whole thing because they knew it wasn't part of the play. We just still had a good laugh for a while. But
That had to have been a great after party.
so that was
Did
a
you
great
get your shoe back?
I got my shoe back, and I also won an Elsie Award because they did awards of the best scenes in the of the night, and so that was interesting.
Did you win because the shoe came off?
Because of the shoe.
Oh, wow.
I think I won more because it hit Sister Josepha in the head.
There you go. There you
Definitely.
go. Bonus points for that one.
Exactly. But every year in high school, I was in a musical. The following year we did Godspell, and there's some great numbers from
Who'd you play in
Godspell.
Were you like in the back?
I did, even being in the back chorus in Godspell is huge because
Yeah.
the music is so intense that it didn't matter what part you got. I think I had a couple of lines here and there where you sing, but it was a wonderful, wonderful, musical. And then the last year I was in high school, we did How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. And I played Hetty LaRue. And it was hysterical. So it was a lot of fun.
So, a lot of people, they go and they see you perform in the tri-state area now. And, like, I met you because you have another talent which stems from like some of these things that we're talking about, and that is you act. You're an actress, and we actually met on set of a film a couple months ago. You have a role in Who's Jenna, which is a film by 624 Productions, directed by Tom Baldinger, and that's our connection.
Yes,
and somehow, people found out that you sing, and the first time I saw you perform was live. Was at a venue, and who are you performing with that evening?
I was performing with my, what do you call him, sidekick? My co-star?
Your co-star sidekick.
My co-star, Vincent Pastore, who played my husband in the Who's Jenna. We had a great time. And so we got to talking, and...
Yeah, and you wound up on stage performing a couple songs with his band, the Gangster Squad.
Yes, I did. Great time. What a great time. Good evening.
Yeah, that was great. And speak of the devil, what are you doing this Friday?
This Friday, November 20th, at approximately, I believe that the dinner starts at 7:30?
Yeah, dinner starts at 7:30.
Dinner starts at 7:30. We are going to be at the Staten Island Hilton at Lorenzo's. It's on Richmond Avenue. I don't
South
know.
Ave, I think.
Is it South
Yeah,
Avenue,
South Ave.
Richmond?
Yeah.
South Avenue. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no Richmond Avenue. South Avenue. And so we're going to be performing at Lorenzo's with the Gangster Squad. It's going to be a great, great show. The musicians in this band and Vincent are amazing. They put on the best show in the world. I'm going to be doing a song with them, and they're going to have a lot of other
Special guests.
Yeah. And we're just going to have a great time.
Yeah, and if anybody wants tickets for that, you can go to catcharisingstar.com on their website. There's a lot of different shows that are up there, but there is one specifically, a link on there to click for the show at Lorenzo's in the Hilton on Staten Island. And you can come out and you can see Precious Pia perform a couple songs or a song or two. Yeah. And I'm going to be there, and Vincent Pastore is going to be there, and the Gangster Squad's going to be there. Is she going to be there? And it's going to be a great night. So
good times.
And you met my daughter Manda.
I do.
At your performance where I first saw you sing live as well.
It was amazing.
I love you. Did I tell you that yet tonight? You're amazing. She makes me smile. She just makes you smile.
Thank you.
And before we go into hearing some more of what you do, I think Amanda has a question for you, right?
Yeah, I was just wondering, what advice would you give to like someone my age for like getting into singing and acting?
Oh my God.
If they want to, I know.
That is horrible. That I get emotional when a kid asks me that, because it's just, it's still inspirational to me to hear that from somebody so young. Singing and acting, the arts, it's just something that you have to do. It's something you want to do, and you have to do all the time, because it's just what makes you feel energetic and alive. And so just do it. Just keep doing it.
So like kind of like a fun commitment type thing?
Yes, a fun commitment. Take your dancing lessons where you can. They don't have to be expensive. Get singing lessons or get a vocal coach, that's really good, and start from there. Get involved in your community musical theater. Do musicals in school, because, it's free and it's less expensive, or not expensive at all because you're not paying for it. The school's providing it, and they're usually very good. They're professional people that go out there and show you how to do your thing. And stay connected. Stay connected with kids who do it. Stay connected with older people that do it, and keep getting inspired. Stay focused on the stuff that makes you happy.
And Dani, what song of Precious's makes you happy? What do you want to play now?
Actually, since we were talking about Les Mis, and I do love that show, I want to play Out on My Own. Because that is such a good song, and you were talking about it.
I love it.
And it's just...
It's a great song.
That was my audition song, too.
Yeah.
So we're going to hear On My Own. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Aww.
alone again, nowhere to go, no one to turn to. Without a home, without a friend, without a face to say hello to. And now the night is near, and I can make believe he's here. Sometimes I walk alone at night when everybody else is sleeping. I close my eyes and then I'm happy with the company I'm keeping. The city goes to bed, and I can live inside my head. On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, this world around me changes. The trees are barren everywhere, the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, this world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net. Stream HR2 with Laura Madsen, Lady in Red, Manda, Junior co-host, and Precious Pia.
Hello there.
So we just heard On My Own from the Les Mis soundtrack.
We did.
And we were talking about Precious's involvement with musical theater and how her singing kind of got her into acting. And recently, we had mentioned before, for anybody who just tuned in now, that you had the opportunity to work with Vincent Pastore in a film, Who's Jenna, that's coming out this spring. And what was your favorite moment on set? What was that like for you?
Wow. Well, Vincent he's such a ham, and he was such a big help getting through the scene. But my favorite part in a particular scene was when I was supposed to like get really, really angry and fed up with him, and they're like, just work with it, just I don't believe, Vincent was like, I don't believe that you're angry. And then I would do it again, and then it got to a point where I took off my shoe. Another thing with the shoe. I'm meant to throw shoes. It works for me. I really did. I took my shoe and I just like wailed it at his head. And the look he gave, I hope that, I hope you all can see it. It was the best. So this cast and crew was hysterical. I mean, that was the best moment for me.
What's this film about? Who's
This
Jenna
is
about?
it's a case of mistaken identity, and it also stars Bill Sorvino, Joe D'Onofrio, and Gary Pastore, Tracy Birdsall, and because of the mistaken identity that happens in the film, there's a lot of chaos that goes on. There's a lot of humor involved with it, and hopefully there's going to be a new trailer cut soon that people will be able to see. So if you follow me on Facebook, I'm a lady in red who writes on Facebook. I can almost guarantee you that in the next few weeks, hopefully, you're going to see something show up about a new trailer and kind of follow along what's going to go on with this film that Precious has a role in. But anyway, yeah, not many people can say that they threw their shoe at Vincent Pastore. So congratulations,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But you know what? You did it, and it seems like you're having a real big astonishment when you're throwing shoes at people.
I don't know.
You're kicking people. You kicked the shoe on the lady's head,
I don't
and
know.
now you're throwing a shoe.
It's from my Italian mother, I think.
From throwing all those dishes at you when you were playing the piano.
Exactly.
So, would you like to perform something in studio tonight?
I would love to. I would love to.
Now, I
Feel the
heard
song
you. I
coming
heard you do this live, and I loved it. Now, we don't have the entire band here to back you up, but I think people can still get a really, really awesome, I don't
Feel
know.
for
Yeah,
it?
feel for.
Well, I think when you're doing Aretha Franklin, there's always some sort of feel for an Aretha Franklin song. So I'll do some Chain of Fools for everyone.
I like it.
You ready? Awesome. Okay, and feel free to dance if you want to. Chain, 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 chain of fools. For 5 longer years, I thought you were my man. But I found out I'm just a link in your chain, yeah. You got me where you want me. I ain't nothing but a fool. Oh no, you treated me mean. Oh, you treated me cruel. Oh yeah, I'm on your chain, chain, chain. Chain of fools. One of these mornings, the chain is gonna break. But up until then, yeah, I'm gonna take all I can take. Oh yeah, I'm on your chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, 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 chain of fools. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can almost feel the energy in the room, though.
Yeah. So we're gonna give you a second to catch your breath too.
And we're gonna play Raise Your Glass.
All right. All righty.
So raise your glass.
Right, turn off the lights. We're gonna lose our minds tonight. What's the dealio? I love when it's all too much. 5 a.m. turn the radio up. Where's the rock and roll? Party crasher, penny snatcher. Call me up if you a gangster. Call me. Don't be fancy, just get dancy. Why so serious? So raise your glass if you are wrong. And all the right ways, all my underdogs. We will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come on and blaze? the spot, it's all on right now. Party crasher, penny snatcher. Call me up if you a gangster. Call me. Don't be fancy, just get dancy. Why so serious? So raise your glass if you are wrong, and I'll go right waste all my underdogs. We will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. My glass is empty. That sucks. So if you're too school for cool, and you're treated like a fool, you can choose to let it go. We can always party on our own. So raise your glass. All my underdogs. We will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. So raise your glass if you are wrong, and all the right ways. All my underdogs. We will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass for me.
And we're back to the DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net. Stream HR2 with the Lady in Red. Also my co-host, Laura Madsen. Junior co-host, Amanda, and Precious Pia.
So we were just listening to another song.
You didn't do the ending, though. The last part. My glass is empty. Right? Isn't that what she says at the ending?
With Raise Your Glass.
Well, that's that's the bridge. But she says, "Oh, explicit. My glass is empty."
Oh,
So
okay, I got you.
Yeah, you know.
See, it's because I'm used to the explicit version. That's why.
Precious version is just better than everything because I love like her songs and everything.
Yeah, I think you have a fan here.
I think so.
Don't adopt her, though, because I don't think Laura would want
I was just going to say that. But
So, we're listening to all this great music. You perform live in New Jersey, in New York, and who knows where you're going to blow up next.
Mm-hmm.
So if people want to stalk you, if they want to find you, where can they find you online to find out what you're doing next?
well, my website, www.preciouspia.com. You can go there. And also on Facebook, it's Precious Pia, singer band. There's a little bit of some information going on.
I saw you're putting out, where you're going to be performing next on your Facebook page, Precious Pia.
Yes.
And of course, there's Twitter. We're going to get you going on Twitter a little bit. It's Precious @PreciousNYC.
Yes.
Oh, that's your Twitter. I didn't know she had a Twitter.
She's got a Twitter.
Okay, so I'll follow you. I'm DJ Dani Show.
Please follow me. Yes.
And my big question for you was, I really wanted to know how do you deal with haters? Like on your covers, do you have anybody that says mean comments on your covers?
No, well, I was just talking to Laura before about like I don't really follow a lot. I don't go to Twitter. I don't go to, media. I don't, I kind of like, I'm the type of person, even on Facebook here and there, I'm always optimistic and positive, and I'll post very positive comments. I respond to very positive comments. I haven't gotten any, bad stuff.
Good. That's
Let me
good.
knock on the wood a little bit. And I hope I don't, because I just feel like I'm a very optimistic person. I put a lot of good out there in the world, and I just expect a lot of good back. And so it's kind of like the circle of life. So.
Do you think you might ever record some originals?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of thoughts in my head, and I would love to work with with a lot of different people and come up with a few ideas and a few songs and get them out there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What would you say what do you think would happen for you in a couple years from now? Say 5 years from now. What are you planning on happening?
Well, I'm going for it, full speed ahead. So I'm going to continue doing, my singing gigs. I'm going to continue to take on, any kind of acting opportunities that come my way, for sure. Just kind of like melt into the business a little bit, and full force and full steam ahead with this. And so in 5 years, I expect a lot more work, a lot more opportunity, a lot more of
Maybe an
what that can
album
bring.
or an EP?
Absolutely. Yeah, that I'm kind of like hoping will probably happen sooner, because it's just, it's the drive behind all that. It's something that I do all the time and every day. And so when the opportunity lends itself, I'm definitely going to, broaden my horizons
and
in
I
that
think
area.
I think now that you've had a lot of interaction with both, your singing and acting, I think it's almost starting to take upon a little more momentum for you. And
Exactly.
I think that'll lead to a lot more opportunities.
Right? For sure.
Definitely will.
When there's momentum, I'll just jump right in and start swimming along.
Well, like a question that I was like kind of just wondering real quick was, do you ever sing in the shower?
Sometimes, that's a good question. That's a very good question. I used to sing in the shower a lot more than I do now. Now I just I'll warm up in there if I have a gig and I'm getting ready for a gig. I'll kind of like, gargle the water.
Do you just relax?
And
practically?
relax.
Yeah.
And I'll hum a little bit, because those are just good vocal exercises to do. But I rarely find myself singing too much in the shower.
What if you have a song that's stuck in your head? Then do you sing it in the shower?
Sometimes.
I know I do.
Sometimes.
What about singing in the car? I'm guilty of that sometimes.
I got pulled over for singing in the car once.
Did you throw a shoe at the cop?
I did not throw a shoe at the cop. I just want to let everybody know. And he was not even a cop. It was a what are those guys called? Auxiliary? Okay, I don't know.
I don't know either.
So I got a really dirty look from him, because I said, "Are you a real cop? What does auxiliary actually mean?" And he was like,
And then you take off your shoe.
and then I took my shoe off. Then he took his boot off and hit me over the head. Actually, I got pulled over for singing. I was on my way to a gig, and I was singing out loud, and he thought I was on, no cell phone. He thought I was on a substance or drunk or something, and he pulled me over because I was getting into my song. And I was moving my head around and, grooving to the beat. I really was. So that's the way I do my music. And he was like, through the window, he goes, "Pull over, pull." I was like, "Pull over?" And I looked at I looked at him, and through the window, I said, "Are you even a cop?" And then he pulled me over. And so I didn't get a ticket or anything, but
Was he worried about you?
I don't know. I mean,
Pulled over for singing. That's a new one I haven't heard.
Singing.
Never heard that.
Pulled over for having a free spirit for the love of
Pulled
mankind.
over for taking your shoe off. in the
Exactly.
car.
Well, that could have happened.
But you know what? You have wild adventures, and they always work with you because you're so open-hearted, and like you said, you're so optimistic, and
Yes.
you're positive, and it's just the energy, like I said in this room, it's amazing.
Aw.
And I can feel your aura. I can.
Oh, thank you.
So, it's shining bright.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Back
I
to
really
you, Ash.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, now we were talking about you were performing this Friday at Lorenzo's
Yes.
at the Hilton in Staten Island. You have a couple other gigs lined up. Let's let people know if they can't make it on Friday where they can see you perform.
I do. So that following Saturday, let me see. Let's see, December 14th. It's the second Saturday in December. I don't know the exact date.
He's going on his calendar. We're all on it.
Second Saturday in December, the 12th. See that? Okay, so December 12th, starting from 6:30 to 9. It's a dinner performance. I'm going to be at Angela's restaurant in Hazlitt, New Jersey. And the food is amazing. It is so good. The owner gets his vegetables fresh from a farm. He cooks his food from the heart. Excellent, good quality food. And it's a BYOB, so that's always good. You bring what you want and hang out and chill.
Dinner and music.
Dinner and music. It's a chill fest. You know, it's very, very cozy. Absolutely.
Like that. And then if they want to see you after that.
After that, I am
gig.
going to be performing at the Cutting Room in Manhattan with Mr. Vincent Pastore and the Gangster Squad. And that's going to be on December 28th.
December 28th, yes.
Yeah.
And you can contact the Cutting Room in New York City for information on that show and how to get tickets for it.
Right. Great night. 2 great nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should try coming to Starland Ballroom.
Ooh, where's that?
Sayreville. There you go.
Sayreville.
There you go.
Oh, that's not too far.
I just know that's where it is.
Okay.
Sayreville is the birthplace of a lot of good music.
It is.
And it's small, but it's big.
Right.
But it's very beautiful, like the way they have everything.
And what's it called again?
Starland Ballroom.
Starland Ballroom. Okay. Yeah, well, let's hook it up. Let's go out. Let's do it.
It's going to be awesome. What other songs do we have?
Oh, yeah, well, before we wanted to close out with something special. What are you feeling? You feeling any music right now? Anything special you want to play, Precious?
Do I want to play anything special? I absolutely love Alicia Keys. She's another one of my favorites. She's a total inspiration to me. So why don't we give a little If I Ain't Got You?
Let's give it.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, and I've been there before. That life's a bore so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you, yeah. Some people search for a fountain, promises forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. Listen, hand me the world on a silver platter, and what good will it be if no one to share, no one who truly cares for me? Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I got you, if I ain't got you with me, baby. Oh, say nothing in this whole world don't mean a thing if I ain't got you with me, baby. Oh.
And we're back to the DJ Dani Show on HamiltonRadio.net stream, HR2, Precious Pia, junior co-host, which is Amanda.
Hola.
And Laura Madsen, Lady in Red.
Yeah, we were just hearing a little bit of Alicia Keys over there. I like that. That was really smooth.
Yeah, I love it.
It sounded just like Alicia, so I really didn't know that it's like Alicia's song. You did a cover of it.
Speaking of which, who else is like an inspiration to you?
Wow. Well, anybody who has who does blues or does, you know, R&B and all that like soft molasses kind of music is an inspiration to me. So Eartha Kitt and you know, to go a little into an older generation. Thank you.
No problem.
Who else is there? There's Aretha. There's, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I absolutely adored Donna Summer, Diana Ross, Michael Jackson.
What about Mamas and the Papas?
Mamas and the Papas? A little bit. You know,
I love that.
You know, a little bit. I mean, I listen.
But you have that,
I
you
listen
have that
to everything.
soul kind of thing
Right.
when you
soul,
sing.
absolutely. You know, anything soulful and bluesy always kind of like was the pink smoke of attraction. You know. Like in the Pepe Le Pew cartoons. Can't really give you a visual on that. But anyway. Yeah, so, like I said, Aretha, Alicia Keys, Pink. How can I forget Pink? Love Pink. Les Mis. So, yeah, my inspiration.
Broadway is a big inspiration.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's a wide range, like I said. Like I when I do my gigs, I go from Broadway to believe it or not, Frank Sinatra, Barbra Streisand, Pink, Alicia Keys, Aretha Franklin.
Now, that's one thing I would love to see you do. I'd love to see what you do with something that Sinatra did.
Oh, my God. You have to come to a gig.
Just because I think that's a little more rare. You have a lot of the male vocalists out there doing it, but I'd love to see your take on it.
Yeah, you should come
or
down.
hear it,
You should
say.
definitely come down because it's very different. It's big. I do the best I can with that with the songs that that Frank Sinatra does because he was one of the best, and his music was really just.
I second that what she said about Frank Sinatra, but I really want to hear you sing "Over the Rainbow" by Barbra Streisand.
Right now?
Oh no!
Oh, good.
I don't know if you know it now. I mean, you could if you want to, but I'm
She's putting in a request for a future performance.
Yeah,
like,
Over
that
the
would
Rainbow.
Be beautiful. My mom loves that song, so I know.
I do Somewhere from Barbra Streisand on my gigs too. Beautiful song. I love that song. Yes. Yeah. And most of the songs that I do, all of the songs.
Wasn't it West Side? Yeah.
West Side Story.
West Side, I don't know.
East Side.
You said yes.
That's another story altogether.
That reminds me of how. Oh my gosh. Okay. And my last question before the show ends, I really want to know what charities have you performed for?
Oh, okay. So I've performed for a charity called Jar of Hope, which is a tremendous charity. It's for a good friend of mine and a great cause. Jar of Hope is for Duchenne's syndrome, and it's really it's a rare disease, and these people really have true fighting spirits, and anytime they ask me to do an event, I'm there, or I try to be there as much as possible. I also have done charities for autism awareness. Autism Speaks is very close to my heart because my son has Asperger's, and so I've always been involved in that area of special needs. And I have done a charity for Michael's Cause. Yeah, so quite a few. Anything that comes up. I think there was a children's cancer fundraiser years ago also. But anything that comes up, I'm always there.
Now, well, like you said, because your son has Asperger's and
Yes.
stuff, if there was another autism charity, would you perform for that one as well?
Always, always, because it's like if it's as if a family member is coming to me and asking me for you know, for eggs or a stick of butter or something that they need for you know, to feed their family or whatever. It's within the family. Like, we're all a big family, and so whatever I can do to make somebody happy,
That's a
that I can
beautiful
give
way
them.
to phrase it.
Well, yeah, that's the way it is.
So as you're melting into the entertainment industry,
Yes.
I just wanted to recap where people can find you again.
So my website is www.preciouspia.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Precious Pia Singer/Band, and my Twitter.
Precious NYC.
Yes, indeed.
So and if there are tickets still available, there might be. If you go to catcharisingstar.com, you're going to be performing a song with the Gangster Squad.
Yes.
Vincent Pastore's band this coming Friday night, 7:30 at Lorenzo's in Staten Island.
Yes, indeed. It's all good stuff. Great night.
And all those gigs are up on your website, right?
Well, I think you're starting to announce them on Facebook, and it usually, because I'm very interactive with the artists we bring on your show, if you follow me on Facebook, A Lady in Red Who Writes, or if you follow my Twitter, Lady in Red Blog, you're going to find out something about somebody in the entertainment industry, including Precious and some of the performances that she's going to be involved with coming up.
You know what? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, you guys.
a
This
fun
was
time.
great fun. Great fun.
Very welcome.
Thank you for having me back on the show. It was a blast.
No problem. You're very welcome. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for coming. I really hope
Thank
you
you,
can come
Danny.
to Starland Ballroom, though.
Yes.
Like, that'll be really
We have to hook that up.
You could come there, right?
Oh, I travel all over the place, so, you know.
All right, that's
See,
it.
we'll see. Thank you, Amanda, for coming as well.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, so next week, tune in for Bradford Wharton. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, where hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your soul apart, as they turn your dream to shame. by my side. He spent his days in endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me